baby.
Hello, nasty. Hello there.
Hello.
I say hello.
Hello, friend.
Well, hello, little girl.
Hello, my treacherous friends.
Hello, operator. The beginning of everything.
Welcome back, my friends.
It's showtime.
Hey, it's episode 210 of The Brink of Sanity. We have Marc and Will here. You know, I was listening to other podcasts, and they have, like, original theme songs, whereas I just have, like, 15 pending lawsuits going on. And I was thinking it would be nice to have an actual song.
I think to have a pending lawsuit going, you'd have to be using the songs in a way to make money.
Oh,
and
yeah,
since
that's true.
Brink of Sanity makes, wait for it, a lot of money, the lawsuits will be killing you.
Yeah, well, since we make negative $30 a month.
Well, that would be it. You would be making the money, and then you'd be like, okay, hook me up with something good. Hook me up with something snazzy, something original. You know.
Interscope Records brings a suit, and you're like, actually, Interscope, you owe me money.
Right.
These songs are supposed to make me some money.
Yeah, that's a good point. Although I feel like an original tune would be nice. But I have no musical talent, so.
So if you're out there, one fan, could you write us a song?
Yes, you, guy who
You.
downloads the podcast.
Take some car. You're gonna get like a thing that's gonna next week. It's gonna be like, do Brink, do of Sanity, do. And you're like, okay, I guess I have to play this.
Yeah, that's true. I like if it's really shitty, I'd feel bad. Be like, I know I have 0 original songs, but yours is still worse than that.
Yeah, pretty much. So what is going on, guys? I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
When you go to the bathroom, let's say you're going to a one-person bathroom, do you knock? Have you ever knocked on the door?
I guess we're talking about out in public.
You go into a bathroom, a one-person bathroom. Yes, not in your apartment.
But are we at somebody's, like, you need to elaborate.
You're anywhere not, and you're anywhere
It's a public restroom.
not in your home.
No.
No.
If it's like a restaurant, if it's like, you don't know that it's, sometimes they'll only have one toilet, and it's, you think it's a one-person thing, but there's no lock on the door. And it's like, this is just how guys are going to go to the bathroom. You just stand on top of each other. I sit and take a shit, and then you pee into the space between my legs that I leave for you. You pee into my pee, and then I poo in your pee.
I
never knock. I just come in and I just start peeing into the hole in between your legs. Whoever's sitting on the toilet, I don't care.
We're gonna have a German porn film if you're in there.
That's what you get for not locking the door. You get peed on.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying you knock on the door. It seems like a pretty reasonable thing to do, right?
Sure. I
Just say sure. Why not?
I turn the doorknob lightly, and if it opens, then I go in.
Right. If it's not locked, I'm going in.
Yeah.
Do you ever knock
Knocking.
first?
No, did you forget? If you forgot to lock, that's your fucking problem.
Yeah, no, I don't knock. I turn the doorknob.
So I knocked on the door. It's a common shared bathroom in the hall of my office, and I knocked, and basically was called an asshole without manners for knocking on the door.
Yeah, because you got to respond to that. Now that you've knocked, I got to go, I'm in here, and you acknowledge that, you're taking a shit. I'm a human being,
so what?
fine.
I'm alive in here. Just say someone's in here, and I'll move on. And the woman said, you could scare someone. I'm like, what's going to happen in there that you're going to get scared? You're going to fall in the goddamn toilet?
Wait, did she come out and yell at you, or is this all happening through the door?
I think it happened like she saw I knocked, and then she saw me. She walked over, she saw me knocking. She's like, you shouldn't be knocking.
Oh, so
And
she
I
was just
said-
butting into this whole thing?
Yeah. And she's like, you shouldn't be knocking. That's rude. And I said, how can that possibly be rude? I'm not just barging in there, because the reason I knocked is because I once just opened the door because the door was unopened and saw someone just sitting on the toilet. And that seemed like a worse situation than knocking.
Mm-hmm.
See, I feel like walking in on someone, that would be shocking.
I'm more confused as to why this lady decided that it was her business to inform you of this.
I had to apologize to her because I was like, I'm sorry, I knocked on the bathroom door. You're right, that was rude. You crazy psycho bitch that works at a different company, and I hope to never see you again. But I see her randomly at the hallway, so I was like, I'm not going to actually say that.
Yeah, I mean, if I saw her regularly, I probably wouldn't go off on her, but I would definitely not apologize.
It was one of those, like, go fuck yourself apologies, where you're like, sorry, I knocked on the door. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. And she's like, oh, yeah, okay, you're right. Okay, that's fine.
That is
Good. Well,
weird.
good. That's a good reason. You could scare them. Yeah. You knock on the door. I'm a ghost.
Is someone going to be in the
Somebody
hospital for
knocks
that?
on the fucking door. Somebody rings your doorbell. You just have a heart attack.
Doc, what happened? I shit through my mouth. Someone knocked on the door and the shit went the wrong way.
I mean, if you're that excitable, you probably shouldn't be out in public to begin with.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't use the bathroom. Use a bathroom in public, or you should figure out how to just only use bathrooms at home or work from home.
Non-scary bathrooms.
I don't know. I've been knocking all this time, and now, I try to use the lock. You try to test the lock first and then knock, but I keep screwing it up out of habit, and I'm like, I must be scaring 20 people a day.
So this lady
Slowly
basically
open it and do it. You go, I'm coming in. Oh, there's nobody in here. I'm talking to myself. Then you're looking even more like a fucking maniac.
I'm gonna next time she goes in there, I'm just gonna break the lock and be like, I didn't knock. I didn't know you were in here. And broke it open instead.
I just ran into the wall.
Just start kicking the door down. I'm like, you know what? You said not to knock, bitch.
just
Yeah,
run
slide
and
your
drop
shit
kick.
under the door. Be like, yeah, take care of that.
You just run and drop kick the door open.
Just knock the fuck down. Be like, yeah, I didn't knock. Are you shocked now?
I had my bathroom finally not renovated, basically the crazy lady upstairs.
Cleaned?
No, the crazy lady upstairs flooded my bathroom by running the water for about 74 straight hours, and so the landlord patched it up, but he never painted it, and it was getting moldy. So he finally came in and cleaned it up and patched it up. But it was one of those things where I had to, he woke me up in the morning with a painter there. It's my doorbell rings, I'm fast asleep, and then he's just there with a painter hey, guess what? You can't use the bathroom for the next 2.5 hours. And I had to go to the bathroom in the morning. So I ended up saying I'll be right back and running to Starbucks. And I get into Starbucks and I sit down and there's no toilet paper. So that was my Saturday morning. That was fun. I knocked on the door first though because I didn't want to scare anybody.
I feel like Starbucks is the bathroom. If you have to go to the bathroom, you feel like you can't just go into a restaurant's bathroom because it's awkward just to use the bathroom and leave.
Yeah.
Starbucks, I feel like I have no issue doing it whatsoever.
Exactly.
I'm like, hey guys, I'm going to use your bathroom. Not going to buy anything. See you guys later.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm like, oh yeah, there's a new Starbucks a block away. Who cares about them?
I had stepped in dog shit. Just to keep on the shit category.
Yeah, well, this whole episode is just about shit, folks.
Just about shit.
We can
I
do
stepped
this.
in dog shit. I was like, oh my God. There's a Starbucks. I went into Starbucks, used every product possibly in the bathroom, everywhere in the bathroom to wipe shit off my sneaker. The bathroom, it was not, you didn't want to go to the bathroom after me. Then I just put the sneaker back on, cleaned everything off, left the shit out, whatever. I don't give a shit about Starbucks, and just left the bathroom. Buy a Starbucks, left dog shit in your bathroom. See you later. Buy something, not a shot in hell. See you guys later.
What, were you just scraping it all over the floor?
Nah, I was just scraping it, and then some of it probably fell to the floor, and then I was like, well, it's not on my sneaker anymore, so.
Yeah, I guess that's an
Well, they thought it was humans. Now they think it's yours.
They can get it, whatever. I mean, I'll shit
Yeah.
on our Starbucks bathroom floor and still not buy anything there. I feel like it's a public restroom.
It kind of is.
They don't care.
It's still cleaner than half the bathrooms I've been in.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised you didn't find toilet paper because it's usually actually a pretty well kept bathroom.
Well, there, as soon as I realized that it was too late, but then there was a knock on the door, so I think the employee was trying to put it in there.
So maybe they're having a conversation. Well, I want to knock and tell him about the toilet paper. Don't scare him.
That lady just at every public bathroom, warning people not to scare other people.
Don't scare him, please.
She doesn't even work. She just frequents
Runs
public
around.
bathrooms.
She has her list of fears: ghosts, chupacabra, people knocking,
She shows up at elementary
chupacabra
schools.
knocking.
Don't eat that peanut butter sandwich. People might have peanut allergies. You might murder your classmates.
She has some kind of tight, like a big B on her chest. I am bathroom lady. I would save people from shitting with awkward knocking.
You go to knock, and she just she jumps in front of it and like takes the knock, like you're knocking on her chest, and she's like, "Ha ha!" That's her superpower.
She's
She
like
absorbs-
Candy.
She muffles the knock. She just jumps in front of it and blocks the door, and you knock on her mushy chest, and you're like, "Huh? Oh no! You win this round."
She's like Candyman. You knock 3 times and she appears behind you.
Or it'd be like you're sitting on the couch, like hanging out with her, and she's like, "Oh no, someone's going to knock," and she just like disappears. I've got to go into the kitchen, but secretly she like changes into her outfit and runs to like stop the knock.
You know what? It's probably from that Breaking Bad scene where I am the one who knocks. That's my video that I like to watch when I just convince myself what a terrible show that is. He's like, I'm the one who knocks, right? That's his line.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good show.
That's
yeah.
That's Baking Brad. That's his big line that he makes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so scary. That's what it is. That's what set these people off. They're like, knocking is scary.
Well, that was nice of that lady to give you a neurosis for the rest of your life.
Yeah, no, and every time I go to the bat, now I'm like, what the fuck do I do first? Or whatever. I try the lock. I'm going to try the lock, have it open, not knock, walk into someone else and be like, and they're like, why'd you walk out on me? Well, this asshole down the floor, she fucked it up for me.
There's no way to get it right.
There's what?
There's no way to get it right, really.
Speaking of, did you guys watch?
Is there a second part to that sentence?
Do I watch?
mean,
Yeah.
you had to have watched the
I
biggest
watched
event.
lots of stuff.
I mean, the biggest event, the new 9/11 of like importance. The Bruce Jenner interview.
Oh, no, I did not.
That was the most important thing. I think 100 billion people watched it. It was the most important thing ever. Did you guys not know it was the most important thing ever?
No, I missed the memo.
Oh, because so if those I know our loyal fans are like we're really into Bruce Jenner because how could you not be?
Right.
He did a 2-hour interview where he came out as a woman.
That was 2 hours?
This is what I don't understand.
Jesus.
Wouldn't they go like, he'd be like, "Oh, I'm a woman," and then the interviewer would be like, "That's great. We have an hour 59 to fill. Who do you like in the NBA playoffs?" I'm a woman. That's great. Do you like the bake?
Are you?
What the fuck did they even talk about?
Is that why you get into car accidents now?
Oh, you're saying that your opinion matters less.
That would explain why you're bad at math.
Oh, we're gonna keep science away from you. Oh, we're gonna you know what? We were paying you for this interview, but now we get to pay you less.
It's 25% less.
So it's just a series of like chauvinistic jokes, basically.
Just an hour of like sexist jokes.
I'm a woman. I get to beat you then. If you're wrong, go make dinner. Get back in the kitchen.
Did you watch this 2-hour thing?
No.
Okay.
The extent I know about it, I believe it was 2 hours long. I just can't figure out, and I don't know how it was 2 hours long. But I heard a couple things. Like, so afterwards, I was reading an article about it, and they kept calling. They say he as the pronoun for him, for her, what the fuck. And so I was joking with my wife about it, and she's like, well, she'd heard, basically he had said to people, he's not announcing his woman name yet. And he wants them to keep referring to him as he for the moment. So, like, he's playing this thing out. Like, tune in next week when I announce my female name.
Is that going to be a 2-hour interview too?
I don't know.
That whole family goddamn sucks.
Why is it now?
Yeah.
It seems to be that's going on with a lot of guys. Like, you don't really see women, becoming men. You see a lot of men becoming women these days.
Not true.
Maybe
Not
there
true.
was some. Well, what is there?
Cher's son/daughter. Did she become a man?
So, I wonder, is there's like some kind of thing where it's like, hey, I want to become a woman, and then, hey, I want to become a man, and you like trade parts,
Celebrity trade.
Celebrity fucking organ swap.
Red Rover, send over Sonny and Cher's daughter. Red
trade my
Rover,
balls
send over Bruce
for
Jenner.
your
We get
tits.
Bruce Jenner.
I think we need to get on this celebrity dick swap.
Yeah. Yeah.
The shittiest celebrity boy girl draft. I don't know what am I looking for. That could be great. We could draft people who like what celebrity should change sexes.
Well, just whoever. It doesn't have to be celebrities. It could just be for everyone. It could be for all people. You have a picture of your balls, what you have to offer, and you want to trade. It's like a swap meet. And you swap meet, get it?
Maybe be a game, maybe a game show where like there's 9 contestants and the last remaining contestant has to change sexes, and each week you have to justify why you should still get to be a man or a woman. I just like having a cock. Not good enough reason, Joe.
I was born with a cock. What?
I don't know about this. Samantha, why shouldn't you be forced to become a man?
I think we're on to something.
Yeah, I do like celebrity
Swap meet.
swap meets.
Hashtag swap meet. MEAT.
Yes. I was listening to the radio. They made a point about how they were adding up all the viewers for like the Met Yankee Subway Series, the like the Rangers playoffs, like NBA, and they said all the people that are watching all these sporting events is like a tenth of all the people that watched the Bruce Jenner interview.
And that is why TMZ exists.
You want to feel normal. You want to be like, haha, he's famous, but aha, at least I don't. You want to feel superior to them. You want to, oh, look at that guy, and then you go off and you're having sex with a uncooked fucking ham.
He may be a world
He's
class.
a freak. And then
He's maybe a world class athlete, but he's a freak too.
yeah,
Now
haha.
I'm gonna.
I
Yeah.
myself.
I mean, I get that he's a freak, but I don't get the ones where it's like, Lindsay Lohan went to McDonald's. This is what she ordered.
Oh, what a. Huh.
Glad we got it.
I even think with him, I'm like, he became a woman. Good for him. Who gives a shit? It should be an announcement over Twitter. I'm a woman. Let's move on.
Yeah, but that whole family is all about making a spectacle of every moment of their lives.
Do you think they're gonna force Kim Kardashian to become a man now?
Well, I heard Kanye's gay, so maybe he'll like that better.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've not heard the Kanye's gay rumor.
Yeah.
Is that just because you hate Kanye?
No, that's in addition to me hating Kanye.
Is it on the same site you saw that the moon was fake?
No.
Okay.
No, that was a different site. Infowars was probably saying how the moon was fake.
What else is going on?
I do have some Infowars if you guys want to play that.
Sure.
You were there for Infowars, right, Will? You know how that works?
Yeah, I know how that works.
All right. So I'm going to explain the article, and you guys come up with a fake comment.
You should assume always that the whoever's listening is a first-time listener. And explain what Infowars is.
Well, I was just in the middle of doing that, and you cut me off.
I know I'm going to keep interrupting you. Go on.
So it's it's plays itself off as like a alternative news source, but it's really just a wacky conspiracy site. So they have news articles, and their comments are completely insane. So I'm going to read a news article, and you guys are going to make up a fake comment, and then I'm going to read a real one, and it's going to be crazier.
So basically, we are trying to out-crazy the crazies.
Right, and these are what I'm going to read is actual real comments.
Okay.
All right, so the first one is, no matter who wins the White House, the new boss will be the same as the old boss.
Wait, is that that's the name? That's the title of the article?
Yeah.
So, meet the new boss, same as the old boss?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they're quoting.
Why don't they just quote the Who directly instead of like doing like a roundabout?
Who knows?
Okay. So I'm going to go with, obviously, the triumvirate of Illuminati control the Earth, and we're all puppets in their play. And the Illuminati soon will be making us all gay.
On the fake moon.
On the fake moon.
I would say it's probably God God is is the one running the show, and he's in the Illuminati, and he's not even like running it. Like he's like a low level guy. Like God isn't even. He's not even top tier in the Illuminati.
All right. The real comment. This guy is just explaining to everyone else why they're all suckers. I have not filed or paid taxes federally in 11 years. I ignored 3 notices to file state taxes. All my assets are not accessible by the government, keeping only enough to pay bills monthly. I did receive an IRS to verify my current address, but I threw that in the garbage. You could tell it was a shot in the dark letter to locate me over the last 11 years. Get some balls. I have also used Eddie Craig info to get out of 2 traffic tickets. I grow much of my food. Withdraw as much as you can. I feel sorry for corporate slaves like most of you. You cannot duct the police state much. I have not owned a TV or paid a cable bill in 12 years. Stop paying to be lied to. This is where it gets really crazy.
Yours truly, Wesley Snipes.
I use public Wi-Fi only and choose a different location each time. Avoid all legal contracts, especially marriage contracts, cell phone contracts, credit cards, and use cash. Your life will be way less stressful. Try to start a business under the table, cash only.
That sounds
Only using public Wi-Fi. So all my stress is gone.
Changing locations every day.
Yeah,
Yes.
where's the next Starbucks to park?
I love how not stressful that is. Oh my God, they found me. I have to grow all my own food.
Just relaxing. He's running as fast as he can. Relax.
What did you do yesterday, Jim? I ducked in behind a bush for 12 hours. It was amazing.
And then I scraped moldy mushrooms from under my deck for sustenance.
Yes, and I hid from invisible CIA agents in the woods for 13
Wait,
hours
It was
I don't
way
get
less
it. He wants
stressful.
on McDonald's.
Hang on,
at night.
he wants to be off the grid, yet he has to have a computer and go to a website and do lots of right comments.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I would
good.
love to
Why
have,
not
like,
just
his
not
IP
use the
address
computers?
from that comment.
Too bad I didn't save his name. It's probably something like Freedom Lover, Obama's a monkey, something
He
like
lives
that.
at 16 Main Street in Oklahoma. We just give away his address to the show.
Just hear him running. I'm on
What?
the move again.
Well, that's the thing. Even if you know who he is, you can't catch him because he's just running down the street in his laptop.
At what point do you become this insane?
I don't know.
Were you raised this way? Your parents were like, "We can't trust anyone. We can't even stay in this location for more than 12 hours. Let's go, let's go, let's go." Or just one day you were like, "Hey Jim, you have a pretty boring life." No, I don't. I'm a spy, and everyone's out to get me. Ah! How do you lose it like this?
I don't know. I feel like they all come to this website too.
I imagine there are other websites where they all flock to, but this person lives in the same country as you do.
I know. It's
He gets to
really
vote
scary.
for president also.
Well, I think you used to live around all these people.
Yeah, I did.
Will lived in the deep South, and I can't even
Yeah.
imagine the stuff you heard on a daily basis, like grocery shopping, and you just hear fucking Obama bullshit. We won the Civil War.
Yeah, this dude had a sign. He had a sign in his front yard. I lived in Surfside Beach, which is not that. There's a lot of New Yorkers there. It's not it's not
North-
it's not the middle of nowhere. Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. That was the
Okay.
middle of nowhere. But this was Surfside Beach. But there's still those red, white, and blue Republican fuck Obama motherfuckers. They're there, and this dude had a sign in his fucking yard. And what did it say? It was so you're just driving into this neighborhood, and somebody would have an open house sign in front of their house. It was Obama, no Obama. It was something so fucking stupid. It was something ridiculous. And it was just dude, I'm just driving down the fucking street. It means enough to you to put this fucking sign in front of your house and just label yourself as a person, you have your opinion. I'm just gonna have the whole front of your house. It's just I like mashed potatoes. I don't like cheese on it. And just a whole fucking list of what you like. And what's gonna happen? People are gonna beep when they pass your house. Ugh!
Yeah, you're gonna
No.
be driving to the election and pass that
Yeah.
house and be like, you know what?
I was
gonna vote for
No
Obama, but
Obama.
no Obama. I don't want to be a libturd.
I was driving by, it said no Obama, and I said, "You're right, I'll form a terrorist cell."
Like it's decorations, though. You have this sign in front of your house. Whatever, you know.
Time
But
and
yeah.
effort.
Yeah,
Well
I'm
spent.
sure. I also love the idea of like, looks like milk costs 2 more cents this week. Fucking Obama's Nazi state.
Yeah, thanks, Obama.
Oh, milk's a dime less than it was last week. Fucking Obama.
Yeah, thanks, Obama. That's a lot less money for the milk people. Now they're getting less
Yeah,
money.
way to fuck the cows now.
Oh yeah,
Why-
dude.
not-
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you play it, Obama. I see how it is. No, I'll be a slave next week.
I got another one.
Sure. What the hell?
All right, this one's about Ron Paul saying the economy is on the brink of collapse.
Okay. So Ron Paul is a libertarian, and he said this because he's part of the Illuminati, and we're all going to be made gay soon.
just everything is blah 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 Illuminati, blah 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 fake moon, blah 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 gay.
Well, literally,
All right.
like half the comments are about the NWO and putting everybody in FEMA camp. So I
right.
mean, I purposely didn't pick those because it would be like every single article.
Let's hang on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go. I went to this. Hang on. This this fun site where it takes your name and it, you can get some nice anagrams. Let's see if I can get one for Ron Paul and then try to solve the mystery here. Because I was gonna say he's a robot. He's a robot. All right, let's see. All right, you go ahead and I'm gonna go down this list because there's a. There's only
I kind of like the Ron Paul to a certain extent. His foreign policy was, "Hey, let's stop bombing shit," and people were like, "That's nuts. He's
Yeah.
radical."
Are you ready? Are you ready for the anagram that solves everything?
Yeah,
Lunar up.
there you go.
There you go. He's a fucking moon man. He's fucking aliens. There you have it. Lunar OP. Lunar Ops. Exactly. He's a member of the fake moon Ops. And he's
Do you think at some point, like a couple years back, someone was like, "Mom, I got anagram.com. I got the website. We're gonna be rich."
All right. You ready for the next one?
Yeah,
Oral pun.
nice.
That's kind of funny. That's a pretty good one, actually.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
All right, so here's the crazy comment. It's not only the dollar. Could any sane person not realize that flooding all and only white countries with non-whites and telling everyone to assimilate to create a blended humanity is white genocide? Africa will still be full of Africans and Asia will still be full of Asians. Only white children will suffer for this. It is genocide, plain and simple. Diversity means chasing down the last white person. It's genocide. Anti-racist is a code word for anti-white.
Could we call it instead of genocide for whites? Could we just call it white side?
This was an article about economics, in case people forgot.
I think people forgot.
Yeah.
I think pretty much people forgot everything they said. Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah. He a football player that murdered people?
Yeah. So they don't allow that in the NFL anymore. You're not allowed to murder people. Like
Oh, since when?
OJ, who was the last one. They were like, we got bad press for OJ murdering people. You're no longer allowed to murder in the NFL. So I was listening to Aaron Hernandez when the verdict came out pretty recently, right?
Yeah, I think it was last week.
Yeah, and so they were sentenced. Did they sentence him already, or they just said he was guilty?
I think they just said he was guilty.
And so ESPN, I was watching the reporting on ESPN, and they were acting like they just discovered the system of prison in the United States. They were like, "Do you know prison is no joke? He's going to a place it's no joke in prison." I'm like, "Yeah, he committed double murder. He should be sent to a place that's no joke." They're like, "He's going with the worst of the worst." Yeah, because he committed double murder.
His own kind.
They're like, he's going to have to spend the rest of his life in prison. I don't think people realize this. Yeah, because he killed 2 people. They were just going on and on. Just like, it was just, I just found it hilarious.
But I like my football team.
All the reporting was just going on. And I turned to other networks. They all were like, "Do you know Aaron Hernandez now has to go to prison?" Yeah, double murder equals prison. Have you guys fucking missed this?
Yeah, but people will defend anybody, really.
Yeah. Now I think I do. Think I should cut him in my fantasy football keeper league.
Probably a good
Oh
call.
man, he's a killer, dude. Keep him. He's awesome. He's gonna fucking
Maybe with,
kill the
maybe
other
with
team.
good behavior. Maybe with good behavior, he's out by game 9 next year.
Well, how many fantasy points is murder?
That should be a lot of points. I don't have much more on that.
Okay, we got a bunch of Facebook questions. Unless
do
you want
that.
to keep going with InfoWars.
Let's do the Facebook questions first, so we don't. Since people actually like contribute to our show.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so I had asked everyone, "What's the stupidest thing you've ever done?" And we'll read it on the show. And people commented,
All
so
right.
now we have to read it on the show.
Okay.
Rosario writes,
Are you
"The
going to keep
stupidest-
saying Rosario?
Rosaro?
Yeah.
Is it really? Is Rosaro?
There's no I in the name.
Whatever. Rosario writes.
R-O-S-E-R-O.
He says the stupidest thing he ever did is listen to the Brink of Sanity.
We have a winner already. First one.
Rosaro also writes, how Jay had 16 Brink show listeners and bought 16 Brink T-shirts.
Yeah, that was another bad one.
So maybe it was more ripping on you.
It was,
Rosario
a
also
lot
writes,
more than 16 shirts, by the way.
Rosario has 16 more comments to go. I'm thinking about going back to CUNY for masters. Is it worth it?
Can I answer that in a year when I get my degree? It's
Answer
hell.
it now, Jay.
It's horrible. I heard with if you get your master's, you could market yourself and get a big raise, but getting it is pure hell. I would say do it before you get older, because now I'm in my mid-30s and I'm going back to school and I'm like, fucking homework. I'm way too old for this shit. So I would say do it earlier than later.
Is it worth it, Will? Going back to school? Did you go back to school?
Do what you got to do. I'd say it's never too late. If you have the passion and you wanna better yourself and you wanna learn something, whatever. And then you get shot in the head the day after graduation, But if you don't, then you got 20 more years of not doing and thinking, hey, I should have done that. So yeah, the sooner the better. Do it.
Are you going to shoot Jay in the head in June?
Yes, yes, it's his graduation present.
Congrats! Boom! I
I'm
told
gonna
you
let
on
him
the
get
show.
killed by his arch enemy, the MTA. I'm gonna push him in front of one of the trains. I knew it. As he falls, he'll just be like, "I knew.
I saw this
I
coming.
knew that this would happen."
Rosero also writes, "What are the majors you wish you could have had, gone back, and majored in?"
Well, I mean, I did communications, but I just I didn't network correctly. So I'm happy with that major. I just wish I went back and actually networked.
I majored in business, and you don't learn anything. Do you learn anything in communications?
I mean, I learned how to, edit audio and edit video, and I learned like fun stuff. But
You learned how to start the Brink of Sanity.
yeah, I learned how to do that, and I learned how to do.
Your major is taking you here.
Yeah, basically, I spent $50,000 to learn how to make our public access show slightly better when I came back from college.
Will, what'd you major in?
Media arts and animation.
Worth it?
What? I'm sorry.
Was it worth it?
No. In the end, it was, it was a lot of. This was an online school, So this was, I don't know. It was weird. It was. You were kind of like paying this money, and you were just like, wait a minute. They really. It's not like a scam. All schools are, scams when it comes to do it with the books and how much you owe. You come out of it, owing all this money, and then in debt for the rest of your life.
I feel like
and hopefully getting the job and the thing you majored for. So that's really what it is. Like, what do you want to do? And then just look at what that entails. But was it worth it for me? I learned a lot, and it's stuff that I still use. Even though I'm not doing it professionally, I use it all the time. I learned how to use Illustrator and all these programs and animation programs that I had interest in. So yeah, it was good. A lot of the stuff I already knew. A lot of stuff you can just go on YouTube and learn a lot of the things that I spent weeks and weeks in these courses to just you can go on watch a YouTube video for 3 hours and learn the same thing.
To go to the question, did you wish you had majored in something else? That would be helpful.
No. No, I think that's that was pretty much. I took my time in making the decision in the first place, and I didn't. I know a lot of people do that. They major in one thing and then they end up doing something else, or they were making more money all along doing the thing that they were already doing. So, I don't know. I wouldn't say I regret it.
I wouldn't mind having a useful skill, as I don't have any. Computers. I wish I majored something with computers because I don't know anything about computers, and I think they're going to be big going forward.
Oh, really? You think they're going to take
I
off
do.
soon?
I think they're going to take off. Yeah, I think I'm going to invest some money in computers. This industry is going to take it off.
I still think if me and Will didn't go to college and just continued doing our public access show, we would have been in a better place. But
Probably.
yeah, because we basically I went to college right as YouTube was exploding, so we missed like the boat on that.
Right.
You could have been the Impractical Jokers.
Yeah, or Jackass, or any of the other shows that are like exactly like we were before they started.
Yeah.
Jay, I would have preferred to have met you and joined you on your show if you were successful.
Yeah, I know.
That would have worked out better for me as
A
well.
lot of people who would have liked that better. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like to be ahead of your time is really just like that's one of the worst things. It's one
Yeah.
of the just to be ahead. If you were the guy that came up with a DVDs when everybody was buying VHS tapes and they just kind of laughed you off the field, and then all of a sudden a couple years later here it is taken off, and you just that's got to be the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah, I know. I live it every day.
Grant writes, watched the Knicks Rockets finals and thought, I'm going to support this team for life. That was the dumbest thing he's ever done. Back to Rosero writes, and Daredevil is really, really good, Jason. I've watched them all. Dexter, Lost, Got, Sopranos,
It's
Prison
Game
Break.
of Thrones.
Game of God.
I watch God.
Game of Thrones, Sopranos, Prison Break. Daredevil is pretty good, and for all Marvel and non-Marvel fans.
I've been hearing a lot of good things, but
Have you? Is it better? You think it's gonna be better than Got?
I don't know if it's going to be better than God.
Dexter was pretty terrible. Dexter had a couple good seasons, but was pretty bad overall. Lost was like pretty good, then got bad. I didn't watch Game of Thrones. Sopranos great. Prison Break. Did you watch Prison Break?
No.
I heard it's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm convinced. Will, are you gonna watch Daredevil?
Nope.
Okay. Will's convinced too.
I can't. I keep hearing good things, but Daredevil's kind of lame.
Will on Facebook writes, or William, did DD is good, not as good as Game of Thrones, though. Apparently, this broke out into a Game of Thrones of a Daredevil conversation.
I'm surprised you got DD.
William writes also, if let's say you guys one day got drunk and get arrested and sent to prison, how would you defend yourself, or would you guys do sexual favors to Bubba for protection, or go full Oz in there?
Oz is a show I have to watch. Everyone says it's good. I know it's.
I've watched a couple episodes. It's pretty good.
Everyone says a lot of things. All right, you don't have to do what everyone tells you to do. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody watching the same show at the same time. I don't like that. Everybody likes the same show at the same time. I don't. That's
To be fair, and for Jay, this would not be watching the same show as time as everyone else's. Oz has been off the show air for about a decade.
Yeah.
But, it's not like a show nobody's ever heard of. It's not like everybody says it's good. It's like okay.
But that's
Everybody
my problem.
says,
I watch it like.
everybody watching Bruce Jenner.
But I watch it like 15 years later, and I'm like, hey guys, I just watched the
Yeah.
Lost.
Have you heard of this show?
Yeah, and there's like, yeah, we talked about that 15 years ago. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Would it be
Oh,
weird?
I guess it's not good anymore. It's bad now.
Would it be weird if it was like, hey, I heard this was pretty good, so I watched the Bruce Jenner interview a decade later?
He's beautiful now.
It's weird. I didn't even know he used to be a man. Yeah. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna punch people, try to fight, or are you gonna just be someone's bitch in prison? What are you gonna do, Jay?
Well, I heard that if you fight as soon as somebody tries to do something to you, like you kind of get a little like, I don't know, what is it, respect points, and they don't get as rapey on you.
They don't get as rapey on you.
So yeah, I would fight back and then probably get my ass completely fucked up, but hopefully that will get me anti-rapey points.
Guys, I threw a punch. You have to be less rapey tonight. Ow.
I slapped you.
He's a fighter. I bet he's a biter. They might like that.
Will, are you gonna be do anything to get person to be less rapey
What
for
I would
you?
do is I would make it so unsexual. Like if they tried to rape me, I'd be like, yeah, all right, man. I just start like doing show tunes and like spreading my ass cheeks, like dancing like a monkey.
What if you
And they
acted
would just be like, I can't even get it up now. The rape is off. This rape is canceled.
what if you acted like
Believe you.
super into it? Like it was like the turning you on so much. You think-
Now it's no fun. You just like, yes. It's not rape if you say yes.
exactly.
Jay, we're gonna rape you
I'm not
tonight.
into that.
Jay, we're gonna rape you tonight. Hip hip hooray! I've been waiting for this. I'm ready for raping.
Oh, you're gay
Do
too?
me now.
Oh, finally.
I thought it would take at least for the second week to get raped. This is fantastic. Rosero also writes, "Wow, it was 1:55 in the morning, and I figure, hey, it's Friday. Let me watch some Netflix and crash to sleep. Now it's 8 a.m., and I've stayed up all night binge watching Daredevil. SMH, Dame, it's binge watching."
Okay, I think we've met our quota for Daredevil comments.
We have another comment from Rosero. Rosero writes, as being our only fan, Mark, he's basically co-hosting the show at this point. Mark, I am of the understanding that you have a child, a son. Actually, I have a son and a daughter. My daughter's 1. My son is almost 4. What will you do the day your son tells you, "Fuck you, Dad, I'm not doing it," and goes through the rebellious stage? Would you hit your child? My dad used to punch me if I ever cried or did something stupid, and in the long run, it worked. LOL, ha ha ha. I guess that's an question for me.
Yeah, I'll let you take that one.
I am not going to beat my son.
All right.
Will, if you have a son in the future, will you beat the crap out of him?
Would I beat the crap out of him? I don't know. I'm not that kind of guy. Like, I've never really been like the, throw a punch kind of guy. Yeah, you're acting the fool. I don't know. I don't think it would ever get like that. I think I would do all right. And I don't think it would ever, we'd be close. I think it's like that dad that doesn't know how to be a dad, that has like that, maybe the military upbringing of his own, and he's just, yeah, hit him.
Yeah.
And maybe that works. Maybe if he's out of control, if he's fucking out of control, yeah, I'll beat the shit out of him. It's gotta be like, he's chasing mom around the house with a knife when I'm at work. If he's out of fucking control,
Billy's
yeah,
chasing me
I will,
with
yes,
the knife
I will
again.
beat
You
the shit
better
out of him.
get back here, Will, and you tell him not to chase me around anymore with that knife.
Yeah, when I get home, you're getting your ass kicked.
He's going. I'm gonna get home. I'm gonna beat him up, and then I'm gonna send him to that rapey place. Will writes, "Are you guys into anything electronic like 1080p and 4K TVs and phones, or Sonos, or so on speakers, or expensive headphones like the Beats and Boss,
Bose.
whatever?"
We can tell Mark's not into it right away.
I am into almost none of that.
I heard those 4K TVs are way more than like the eye can see anyway. Like basically, it's pointless.
Well, I went to the store, like Best Buy. I wanted to check it out because I was at least into like seeing that, and I saw. I'm like, wow, this is nice. But who gives a fuck? It's not the jump from analog to like LCD is a pretty huge leap. The jump to 4K doesn't make it worth it.
Right. I mean, I like HD, but I'm more into audio, and I like good headphones. But Beats is like they just up the bass on the headphones and charge you $400. They get a pair of Koss or Sennheiser for like $100, and they're gonna sound just as good, if not better, than Beats.
Doesn't everyone that puts like Beats headphones on look like they're about to walk into the studio to record?
That's the whole point. Everyone wants to be like Dre.
You look like a giant asshole.
Yeah.
Who wants to have these gigantic headphones on you? Will, are you a fan of Beats?
No.
Will, did you like it? Are you into electronics?
Sure, why not?
I mean, I have giant headphones at home that I listen to because I like that, but I just think the Beats ones are overrated.
Sure. You're getting robbed.
Yeah.
What else is new?
Will also
Apple,
writes,
Apple products in general.
yeah, you guys gonna get the Apple Watch? That sounds like a great
Beats
idea.
are an Apple product?
Yeah,
It's the
both.
same, it's the same thing. It's all just it's the name.
Well, Apple bought Beats, so they
Ah,
are an Apple product
I
now.
had no idea.
Oh, well.
I'll get another reason to hate them.
The Apple Watch sounds like I kind of want Apple to put out something that's a giant, like, just turd.
They need to make the whole outfit. They need to have the scarf, the fucking fedora, just have like the whole hipster fucking eye outfit.
Apple
you got the
skinny
watch,
jeans.
you got all the accessories. Just have this fucking Apple scarf.
That would be great. The eye scarf, like just something just so insanely stupid to see if people.
They'll eat it up.
Yeah, yeah. So the announcement of the eye scarf was a fucking joke, but people kept buying it, so now it's not a joke anymore. Like the Apple Watch, you apparently use most of the features for the Apple Watch. You have to have your iPhone on you. So
Oh, really?
yeah, that's most of the features are like without the iPhone on it, the capabilities are pretty limited.
Oh, that
So-
sounds awesome.
Not only were you going to carry your phone with you anyhow, like it's not like you're going anywhere with just the watch, but now you're like, oh, I don't want to reach all the way into my pocket. That sounds like too much effort. Oh, look, I have it on my wrist already. Now I can expend even less energy.
That sounds rad.
Samsung already did it. They did it better. It's enough. It's
Samsung on
once
the
again
watch.
they're late to the party. It's going to be more expensive and do less than the Galaxy Gear. So
Oh, is there a Samsung watch?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah
do
there
you have
has
that?
been. Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares, of course, because it's not Apple.
William also writes, how do you two white guys feel about what's going on in Baltimore with the protests and violence? Every time I turn on the news, it's a white cop shoots a black man, yet when I ride the subway and watch World Star Hip Hop, I kind of see how it's not all white cops. Some black people are just savages. Real talk, and I'm black. It's like Chris Rock said, there was a war of black people versus...
Say it.
I'm not going to. N words. Look it up on YouTube. It's hilarious. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, no, I know that Chris Rock bit. It's good.
Yeah, it's a funny Chris Rock bit. I would say, as far as what's going on with Baltimore, I'm not in favor of cops shooting people unless they're bad guys.
I agree, but I also think it's funny how they're so scared to call anybody out on their behavior now if they're black that they'll call these looters like protesters when they're really just running around like breaking and stealing shit and not really protesting anything. So I do find that funny.
The whole thing's kind of messed up. Well, it's just like it's a combination. Like it's like each city. Like, when's Baltimore gonna get their protest? When's it gonna happen here? Like it's bouncing from one city to the next. Like Oakland's next.
Yeah, I mean, there's been I can't tell what happens because a lot of these videos start late, so you don't know what happened before that.
It's also like, hey, like, can you just like call the police forces and go like, hey guys, there's video cameras now. Stop shooting people.
Yeah, that too.
Some of them you're not sure about, like, and some of them you're like, what the fuck? That one with the guy who's running away and gets shot like a couple times.
Yeah, that one was ridiculous. Yes.
I don't understand what he was thinking. Like, he's running away. The only way to stop him is bullets to the back. He's dead. Shit.
Yeah, that was. I think a lot of times they're out of control. I mean, I've had bad cop experiences.
Really?
Yeah. No, I mean,
What
not
happened?
like beating me and killing me.
Wait, you weren't killed?
No, I wasn't. But I've had experiences with asshole cops that were like just abusing their power and shit.
Tell us more, Jay.
Just like randomly pulling you over and trying to find a reason that they pulled you over just to like, I don't know if they're bored or they're just, I don't know what the fuck. I mean, I don't know how many times Will and I were just driving around and the cops would pull us over just, I have no idea why.
Your
Driving
taillight's
while-
broken,
driving while
and then they break
Caucasian.
it like that, like one of those.
Yeah. No, you remember like we were driving around. They're like, yeah, I've been following you and you guys have just been driving around aimlessly. What are you doing? And we're like driving around aimlessly. We're 16. We're not allowed. We're not old enough to get in anywhere and we have nothing else to do. So we're driving around.
All right, looks suspicious.
Yeah. I was making sure you weren't like murdering people.
Rosero also writes in our last question, questions on my last post also, and once it starts getting hot again, I get mosquitoes in my apartment, which I hate. I have to buy like 3 bottles of Repel, and 8 ever and every summer. Do you have the same problem? Repellent. Oh.
I love you trying
I
to
have
read.
maybe I should have majored in English. I could read.
I don't know why you always do the reading of the things.
It's funnier though when I do. You always do the emails, and I always do the Facebook questions because it's funnier that way, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have you do the Facebook questions and have you look like an idiot.
I don't know. Do I get a lot of mosquitoes? Not. I'm not like infested with them.
Do you get a lot of Will? Do you get a lot of mosquitoes in the South?
Yeah, there's bugs. It's big.
That's
Yeah.
fucking fantastic.
Next
Great.
question.
Okay, we're out of questions now. We're back to free flowing discussion.
I have a thing that happened to me. I forgot that I was going to mention this. Saturday night, I went on a date.
Oh.
Oh,
And
tell us more.
there are two. All right. So would you like to hear about the girl, or would you like to hear about the restaurant that we went on the date? They're both
What?
very interesting.
Tell us. Can you tell us?
Yeah, I would like to hear the combo platter of these stories.
Well, which one do you want me to start with?
Start with the girl.
Okay. This is one of the oldest girls that I've gone on a date with.
How old?
She's 32.
That
Wait,
is
how old are
also
you?
That to me, that's crazy. That's insane. But she looks young. She's kind of getting there. What she has now, this is.
Wait. How old are you, Will?
37.
Oh, so you've never gone on a girl that was more than usually. How old are the girls you usually go out with?
Yeah.
20?
20-ish.
You said it like the oldest girl I ever went out with, and I thought you were gonna say a girl was 50. And you're like
Yeah, no.
32.
Yeah, 32.
5
That's,
years younger
that's
than me.
crazy. To me, that's fucking that's nuts.
that's also the youngest girl Bri has ever gone out with. Okay, continue.
So she's got So she looks good for her age. You know, I like I said, I know most girls that are 25, 26. They look like my fucking Aunt Rita. They look ancient. So she's 32. She looks all right. She's got what I'm gonna. And this is from pictures. She looks good, and then when I see her in person, she still looks good. She's got what I'm gonna call mom mouth. This is, but I don't know if this is a term already, but it's like mom mouth. Like I'm looking at her mouth, and it's just like it reminds me of my mother's mouth. Like she's got like the lines coming in like around her lips, like kind of like crow's feet, but for lips.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
She's got that going on. Like so when she's talking, like when she makes that, when she's kind of puckering up, she's got like the lines on the side coming in, and then she's got like her teeth. Her teeth look like they've eaten a few sandwiches. But like that, it was very, and the lips too. Like she's wearing this red lipstick, and I just see like the cracks in she's eating a few lollipops. Also, she's got like the cracks in her lips. So it just looks like my mother's mouth. She's still cute, but it was this is a new thing that I'm gonna start noticing. It's mom mouth. #, mom mouth.
You look
Okay,
good for an
so-
old broad.
What's up?
You look good for an old broad.
Yeah, not bad. Well, for 32, she was doing all right. Like she looked like even like her style. She was kind of she's probably cool. She was really cool. A couple years ago, and then she's just kind of growing up and whatever. So anyway, we go to this restaurant, and it's a fireman themed restaurant. Okay, you go inside this place. They have like a
Fireman?
brick oven. Yeah, firemen. Like they have pictures. They everything like right by the register. There's an axe on the wall. I'm like, oh, perfect. If I wanted
Is
to-
this
if
wait,
you,
where
if you went in there, if you were an unprepared robber,
where
you'd
is
be
this?
Like, oh, cool. Oh, go ahead, interject.
where's the restaurant?
This is in Bridgeport.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay.
Go on.
Anything else?
No, that was my question. Okay, tell me more about the firemen. Do they dance? here?
So there's pictures on the walls of like buildings falling down and the firemen standing out in front with the hose like oh shit.
I should
So
do
this is
something.
the theme of the restaurant, and it's brick ovens. There's a lot of brick. It smells like a fucking arson. Like it smells like I used to do restorations, and like when they had a fire and like all the the fire was over and it was time to do the cleanup. That's what this place smelled like. It's like a mix of food and like a house that really just got set on fire. Like it doesn't smell good at all. It smells like there was a fucking fire. And I'm like, all right, I guess this is just part of the theme. So we go to sit down, and I'm being completely fucking ridiculous. Like I'm being just outrageous on this date. Like there is no filter. I'm being so fucking ridiculous. I don't want to. pretend I'm like this serious guy at first, and then all of a sudden I turn into this cartoon character down the road. So I'd rather just put it all on the table in the beginning. So we sit at the table, and they have the cocktails. They have a list of the drinks, and only 2 of them. This is out of the entire menu. There are only 2 items on the menu that are like a pun or like a fireman, like kind of theme. Like they have the Rescue is the name of one of the drinks.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Rescue. And then there's another one called it's called like the CDC Smash or something. I guess that's like, I don't know, look that up. It's probably like the fucking, break down the door, backdraft maneuver.
Right.
Who knows? But anyway, so that's my first thing. I'm like, oh, okay, let's why don't we, as a fun thing to do, come up with some new menu items that have, like a fireman theme. And she's so boring. It was a disaster after this. From this point on, it's a disaster because she's just not saying anything and just kind of probably floored by how ridiculous I am. So I come up with the Burn Ward burger. And it's like a burnt burger wrapped in bacon bandages. And I was like, or you take the cheese and you like cut it into the shape of a face and then like you cook it on. So it looks like a fucking dude that got burned in the fire. And then the description of it's like, oh, we couldn't get to this guy in time. He was on the 3rd floor. Lucky for you, he's so fucking delicious. So yeah, the Burn Ward burger. It's a burnt burger wrapped in bacon bandages. All right, now you guys come up with, because she was no fun and didn't want to come up with it and wanted to leave. In fact,
She's like, I don't want to play this game, and I want to go home.
Can you guys add help? Because I was trying to find the manager. I was gonna propose all these ideas to him, try to help him out. His place smells like fucking arson. There weren't that many people in there. I'm like, listen, this could be great for business.
So
you guys have
Becky, how was the date? Well, it kind of went downhill when he started making fun of burn victims.
You want to eat a burn victim? You order a burn victim. That's delicious. That's appetizing. All right, Jay.
Yeah, he had dreamy eyes, but his jokes about arson weren't so good. They kind of turned me off.
Yeah, but they're jokes. See, that's good. It's a good filter. If you're not going to laugh at my jokes about Burn Ward burger, then we're not going to get along. So yeah, it's probably better that you don't waste any more time and you go.
Did you leave at that point, or when you said?
No, we went. No,
Then you said to her, "Hey, I'm going to use my hose on you. Get it?"
No.
And then she left.
No.
What happened next?
We went and got ice cream.
Did you make fun of burn victims at the ice cream place?
No.
Oh.
No, it was over.
You guys?
Do you have screaming child ice cream? Jay?
But it wasn't like an ice cream theme. There wasn't a theme to it that they weren't living up to being. If you're a fucking fireman themed restaurant, god damn it, I want the 4-alarm chili. I want the whole fucking menu is fireman related.
Right.
Even if it's just fireman's whatever. If it's a steak and you can't think of a name, it's the fireman's steak.
Right.
Just fucking do it up.
Like the burn blister jalapeno poppers.
Good. Let's see. Burn blister.
Smoked beef. Jay, your turn for the pun.
Arsonist salad.
You just named a real menu item. How about the chicken nuggets? Fireman.
With hot sauce, because fire's hot.
How about the fireman mashed potatoes?
Good.
With fire truck.
Dalmatian meat.
How about a Dalmatian burger? It's literally a Dalmatian.
What if they made you just say like their dumb name for it, no matter what it was? They're like, I'll take a turkey sandwich. Not sure what you're talking about. We don't have a turkey sandwich here.
The
Fine.
fire hydrant surprise turkey.
And I'll have a Diet Pepsi. Never heard of a Diet Pepsi. Fine, I'll have the fireman's hose Diet Pepsi. God.
That was a lot of fun. So she didn't have fun with that because that sounded like a fun game to play.
You know what? And then she's trying to be. I guess she's the zany, funny one. I'm supposed to be straight man to her. She's the funny one, and she's telling me this story about her friend like twerking in a Taco Bell parking lot. And I'm just like looking at her like, all right, yeah, twerking, yeah. Last year's fucking thing, you know. Remember when that happened? Like when Miley Cyrus was twerking at the Who Gives a Shit Awards, and everybody all of a sudden just the other 90% of the country that didn't know what twerking was, because if you were anywhere on the internet, you already fucking knew about it. And it was just like the rest of the world learned at the same time what it was. And I've had a lot of jobs. I was working as a mover at the time, and I'm working with like these 40-year-old, 40, 50-year-old guys, and they just found out what it was in it all day. Hey, fucking twerking, right? Twerking. He's twerking. Look at him. He's twerking over here. All twerking, no play, right? Fucking, I'm hip. I know what's going on. Do a little twerk, do a little Harlem shake. I'm hip.
So should I refrain from telling the story about me doing Gangnam Style at Burger King?
Yeah. Yes, please do. Yeah, it's a little too current.
Do you really
That's what it was.
have
I was
the
like,
story?
oh yeah, twerk. Yeah, last year's fucking thing.
I would like to. I actually kind of want to get this girl on here to give her side of the date. Could you call her up right now, see if she wants to come on the show?
No, we're not on speaking terms.
Will's already blocked.
So anyhow,
She's in the burn board.
my friend, she was twerking. You dumb bitch, that joke was from last year.
I was just like, oh yeah, like what are you really, All right,
That
I'm
was
bringing
that-
Burn
this
Board
is
Burger.
the seventh
to the
time
table.
tonight I've
You
cried.
Recite the fucking tweets from last year.
Your story's stupid.
That's not what I was polite. I'm just telling you that this was
No, I know what you're saying. That's
You see me laughing, bitch?
Yeah, how about some OC? Let's hear some original content instead of recycling fucking Leno's jokes from fucking last year.
My friend was just saying Friends quotes in the parking lot.
Yeah, my friend. Oh, you weren't. Oh, your friend was doing the funny thing, and you were doing what? You were just fucking.
I was tweeting
just
about
on
it.
it.
I was just picturing her like really having memorized a Jay Leno bit from a year ago and doing it. Have you heard about this one, guys?
Have you heard about headlines from January 2013?
Isn't that just Jay Leno's jokes? No, it's not Jay Leno's jokes. I mean, these are all my original funny articles I cut out of the paper.
I told you about that guy at college who would speak strictly in like Simpsons quotes. He would.
Awesome. That's a cool guy.
No, but he would take it way too far. Like me and Bri would say, like just a quote from like an episode of The Simpsons, and he would go back like 5 minutes and recite like the entire scene, start to finish, and you're just standing there while he's like reciting the entire skit, and it's like, all right, that's that's a little much. I don't need to stand here for 5 minutes while you do Homer's voice and Marge's voice and like have Lisa walk in and then get to the line I just said. Like that's, I don't like
It
that.
would be great if you just recited the entire episode and tried to act it out also.
It
Like
was,
just taking it to completely as far. And he's like, and here's what would happen if they had approved the script I sent.
yeah, here's my fan fiction version.
And here's where Lisa made a joke that was like a year old and I called her a bitch.
Nobody called anybody a bitch. Okay.
How did the date?
Burn.
So what happened after they got ice cream?
That was it. We
No, I'm saying,
walked
did you guys
around. We
go
went to
get-
there was a carnival. We didn't go in the carnival. We just kind of hung out. People watched a little bit, and it was boring.
Did
was it.
things
It's a
get
normal date.
hot?
No.
You use
they
the
did not.
fireman pun
No,
still?
they did not. They did not.
So you went all the way to Bridgeport?
Uh-huh.
Wow, that is
Well, it's a ferry ride. It's just a ferry ride, I haven't been on the ferry in quite a while. There was there were things going on up there. There was a little carnival, and
isn't it like a 45-minute drive and then a 45-minute ferry ride? That's pretty nice for a first date.
it's no. Well, if you go to Port Jeff, it's 20 minutes, and then like I said, I haven't been. Remember when they had Pac-Man? They used to have the Pac-Man arcade game.
There's no Pac-Man there anymore?
There's no Pac-Man on the ferry anymore. So.
Oh, goddamn.
Well, people have they have their cell phones. They don't need Pac-Man.
That was like the only reason I would take that ferry.
Yeah. You just ride it over there and ride it back just to.
I'm good at Pac-Man. I'd play like 2 games and the entire ride would be over.
Yeah.
So I guess they got rid of Missile Command and...
Yeah. No. It's there's no games.
That is lame.
There's a line, and there's a line, on the ferry to, you buy your ticket on the ferry. So there's nowhere there's no kiosk or anything like that to get a ticket. You have to get on the ferry and then you buy the ticket. So there's like a ticket window on the ferry.
Mhm.
So they don't open the ticket thing until the ferry starts moving. So you're on the ferry. You're basically locked in. You're on the trip already. And then you buy your ticket while you're on the trip. People are like, I'm sitting there and I'm just watching people line up. Like they're in line to get their thing. Like you're on it. You know, it's like you got to get your ticket, hurry and get on. Like you have 2 hours to walk over to this thing and buy the ticket. And people are lined up and they're standing there for fucking 20 minutes. They're standing. I'm sitting there laughing. I'm just sitting there watching them. And I'm like, you're on a line, but you're already on the fucking boat. And so then it takes off. We leave port. And then 5 minutes later, the thing goes up and they start selling tickets. And these dudes have been standing there. Like, dude, there was no reason for you. You know, it's not like they were going to run out of tickets. It's not like you were going to miss the boat. You were on it, you know. And I waited. I just sat there and, like, you know, the line went to the bottom. And then I walked up and got my ticket.
Did you try to negotiate? Where you're like, I'm not going to pay $8. I'll pay $7.
Yeah, I'm already on it. I don't like how it's going.
I want a discount. I already got the deal. We gonna throw me in the ocean? I don't think that's legal, dude.
I was paying with the understanding that you had Pac-Man. Yeah, I would do the same thing. I would wait until there was no line because
that's what it was.
There's no point.
When I first got on there, I saw the line. I'm like, oh, I better get online. And then it dawned on me. I was like, you're on the fucking.
Well, it's the same theory that like have people having the iPhone lines the night it comes out, or the Harry Potter lines, or every dumb thing where people have to get it right when it happens. And you're like,
but
hey,
they're
asshole.
gonna run out. You're not gonna get it. You know, it's like, you know, you might not get tickets. There's only so many seats. Like you're already on the ship. There's no way you're not gonna get on this ride.
What happened? Do you need the ticket to get off the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah, that's when they do.
Okay.
Yeah, because then they call the cops if you don't have a thing.
No. I was wondering when they check it. It would suck when you got.
They throw you overboard.
It would suck though if you like done that and like everyone else was like, yeah, I'm just gonna wait till the end also, and you're waiting like 2 hours. Like they're like, move it, buddy. We gotta get the ship back off. We gotta take off. Well, I gotta get my ticket to get off the ship.
There wouldn't be enough people, even if they went so slow, there wouldn't be enough people to fill the entire trip. You know, to sit there at the window that you wouldn't be able to get a ticket before you got off.
Now that we're already here, I don't think I actually want the ride. I'm not gonna pay. Is that okay?
Yeah, the ferry's fun. You could see its destination from where it leaves, and it still takes 45 minutes to get there.
Oh, it takes a little longer than that. It was like an hour and 15 minutes, I believe.
So you traveled almost like 2.5 hours, probably more, like 3 hours for this date.
Yeah, but it was just I wasn't doing anything else that night. We'd been talking. It wasn't just like, you know, a sight unseen. Hey, yeah, you know, whatever. It was like, no, this seemed like, you know, a potential, you know. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. Like when I was living in Myrtle Beach, I wasn't meeting anyone, and then all of a sudden, here was this beautiful woman living 2 hours away in Charleston, and I made the. You better believe I made the drive. You know, I'm not the person that's gonna marry their fucking neighbor or just date the person they work with. You know, like I'm gonna look. You know, I have specific tastes, and I'm not just gonna be like, I guess my high school sweetheart. It's like, oh, what a coincidence! You went to school with the fucking the human out of all the fucking people on the planet that you were destined to spend the rest of your life with. No, it's hard.
Can we turn this into like a video game? Where in the world is Will's wife? Right. Have you go from country to country seeking out women?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I did a similar thing when I was in Long Island. I drove like
you have to. Yeah. I've dated, you know, the girls that I've had that are single that I have contact to, you know, around here, and that's it. I've exhausted my resources in this area, and I need to go across.
I'm
the
discovering
waters.
new lands.
Yeah.
Travel the ocean. I am Columbus, and I will have your women. How'd you meet her? Which site?
Oh, I don't even know.
Was it?
Well, yeah, that's the thing about when you live on Long Island. You look. If you don't have the state picked out and you search within like a 50-mile radius, you're gonna see Bridgeport, and that's what I had. That's how it started. I was like, oh man, of course, you know.
What was it? Tinder?
No, it wasn't Tinder.
Oh.
Sorry.
Fine, move on. I like Tinder conversations.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're out of time.
Yeah,
that went really quick.
Do you have any emails? I'm sorry if I.
We've never had an email for the show.
Oh, good.
So that answers your question.
We are at thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com if you do want to email us. And
I got a good anagram for you, Jay. Jason McKenna. You ready?
Is this a Ron Paul one?
No, this is for you. This is for your name. This is for Jason McKenna.
Okay.
All right, and you're gonna use this. This can be your this could be your moniker. This could be your handle. You know.
If I start dating again, this will be
Yeah,
my
ready? Here we go.
starter.
Neon jam snack.
Is that really a thing?
Neon jam snack.
I love that.
You like that, right?
Yes.
I'm going through all. There's 187, I believe here. Yeah, there's 187. Let's see.
I don't know if you're gonna top
Acne Jan monks. You don't want that. You don't want acne in the name. But I like that. Yeah, it's neon jam snack.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it's good.
Right. So this site has uses after all.
It's fun.
We are Brink of Sanity 3 on Twitter. If you want to be our third follower, you could follow us on there.
We really, really, really need feedback. Whatever you think of the show, tell us. Tell us everything you think. Give us feedback. We'll never do another. If we don't get any feedback, we're not going to do another show.
There you go.
There we go. Please, just give us feedback. Tell us how much you hated our episode, how much you hate us as people.
Yeah, I don't really care if it's positive or
How
negative.
delicious the Burnward burger sounds.
Yes.
You burn the burger. Now the bun is included. That's the burnt entire burger is burnt.
It's
and
just
then the bacon is wrapped around that like bandages and like.
it's just
So
a black
if
lump.
you know any firemen related restaurant jokes or puns, send them in.
yes,
Or if you are an actual burn victim and resemble an item on a restaurant menu, send a picture of yourself in. If you watch Bruce Jenner interview, could you let us know what the other an hour and 59 minutes were about? And if someone tells you not to knock on a bathroom door, please let us know.
Yes. Did we learn anything today? We learned my anagram is neon jam snack.
I'm gonna knock on a door and then just if anybody says fucking anything, I'm like, what are you scared? What are you fucking? What are you scared?
You should find someone at work that like you just don't like, and every time he goes to the bathroom, you just knock. And you're like, I fucking showed him.
Just pound on the fucking door as hard as you can.
What would I do if I went
Wearing
to
a
prison?
werewolf mask.
If I went to prison, I would knock on the door while people are shitting, and they know I'm a badass.
There you go. Get your.
I'm not raping
crap.
him. Dude fucking knocks.
Dude, it fucking knocks loud when you're least expecting it.
Dude, I mean, like, cut the fuck out, man.
Knox. That becomes your nickname. Knocker. Johnny Knox.
Oh man, Johnny Knox sounds real tough. What'd he do? Doesn't sound quite as bad as you
He killed a man. How'd he kill him? He was taking his shit and he knocked on the door and he fucking died.
He did a flying drop kick into the door and it crushed him.
You wish I just knocked this time, huh?
Insane.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll be back. I don't know. Maybe next week. Who knows?
Will this be broken up into 8-part episodes?
No, I don't think we have a clear part to segment this episode. So I think this will be one episode.
I think you should do a full 70 episodes per minute. Like each episode should be a minute long, just so that last listener hates you even more.
Last episode we did an hour and a half, and I split it into 2 parts, and one guy really did not like that. I don't know why. You get an episode 2 weeks in a row instead of 1.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's my show. I'll do what I want. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye.